So Anime Last End just dropped another update, and it is a Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie update. I don't know what to call it. Like, they have my favorite anime character from Jujutsu Kaisen, Yuta. I sort of love that man, and I am ready for the next season where he is there. Like, anyways, enough glazing. Let's now start this video. Alright, Anime Last End just updated like 1 minute and 10 seconds ago, basically. And yeah, let's now get started. So it is straight up portals again. Oh my god. So there's 6 new units, okay? 4 new evolution, 2 new extreme boost, 1 Gali rework, which is Sukuna, new story mode, new evolution items, new materials, new raid, okay? New breach, which is a lot of things. And that is basically it. But first we have to use the code. So there's new tournament season exclamation point, pure love exclamation point, and curse king exclamation point. Let me just use all the codes real quick. Okay, that should be all. Now we have a lot more technique shards. How much do we even have right now? Let me just find out. We have 7,600, not that bad. So first is Yuta, straight up a portal guy or something else, I don't know. So there's Kishimono, I believe, Ghetto, and that's basically it. There's a shop for the evolution items. Okay, is there like a abyss trial? Let me just find out. Quest abyss, and there's no abyss. Okay, no new Gali makes sense. So is this update like a portal? I don't know. So there's this, which is a judge sorcerer, and that is it. I'm confused. What about legend stages? I believe it says right over here, new story, right? Where is it? New story right over here, and a new evolution item. Okay, so let's go over here, and this is story. Destroy Shinjuku and legend stage. Maybe I cannot look at this. What is this? How do I fix this again? I don't remember. Okay, now it's fixed. So there's Maki, okay, special curse essence and a soul orb and curse child, Yuta. Wait, wait, so it's a 2%, 30 pity, okay. And not going to lie, this looks decently easy. It's only 30, but it's also right over here. Water, nature, and light, okay. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let me just do the story mode. Let me first just pull out my team, which is this, I believe. I think anyways, I don't know. Let me just load this team and let's not get started with the map. It better be good. But first, of course, let me just go over here to summon to see if there's any banner units. Let me just find out. And there's no banner unit, okay. I don't know if Fortune Master is good. I think he's still too old, so I'm not gonna question about him. And yeah, anyways, let's not get started with the story mode, which is Shinjuku, whatever. So yeah, let's not get started with the story mode. Let's also see how it looks, because like I'll be saying, if it's not a good story, we're not gonna have fun. And this is a story. It is pretty big, yo, and the path is pretty long also. But like, where do we even start? Right over here. They are very fast, chill out, not that deep. What is this? Speed running? It's not that deep. But like, anyways, this should be pretty easy. And yeah, they currently have, let's find this part out, 21 million HP, which is not a lot, but like, it could be a lot, who knows. And yeah, let's now finish the story. But like, while I'm finishing this story, let me just look around the map just in case there's like an Easter egg. And I died. Perfect. So far from what I understand, it is just a lot of fan main things like this right over here. Cosmic Goro, Shindra, Bancho Man, and Jinmori. And there's also this, which is all the devs, I believe. There's Gilgamesh and the other guy or girl, I don't know. Pokemon, wait, never mind, I lied. Scratch that. There's this. Oh my god, it's Idol. Oshi. Oh my god. Who is this? I don't know who that is. And we are done. Wait, what? You look at this. Oh my god. Oh, baby girl. I'm black anyways. We are now done. Let's now go back. Okay, we are now back. Now let me just go over here to play. And let's now do the legend stages. I believe this should be very easy since we have straight up the Super Sisters or Kefla. I don't know. And yeah, this should be very easy. Let's now get started with the legend stage. And we might need Maki, maybe. Oh, never mind. We need this. The soul splitting katana. Never mind. I lied. It's for Maki. I don't know what we need. I'm not gonna question. And Yuta is also a light unit. I don't think we need any light, but like, he might be a good support. So who knows. But like, anyways, enough yapping. Let's now get started with the legend stage. And let's also see how much HP they have. Counting on how much HP they have from Act 1, I think I might be able to calculate the HP amount. Maybe, who knows? I'll just have to guess at this point. Let me just go one next, and let's now find a place right over here. They currently have 73 million HP. That is quite a bit. And we're not killing them. We should be fine, I hope. Please, one more. It is not working. Let me just restart. Black 73 million HP. They should have around 226 million, I think, if math is mathing. My math is not that good, so who knows. Black, yeah, let's not finish this, hopefully. Can we even finish this, please? Okay, yep, we can guarantee do this, but like I found more things. I believe this is from the QL update aspect from this. If I go to Gilgamesh, it shows this. 18% less SP, I don't know what that means, and 30% more damage, which seems very interesting. I truly do not know if it's important, but like I like it. I can now see how much percent is getting buffed. Currently it's getting buffed 38%, which is a lot. Mentally a lot. Black anyways, we are at the boss and 11 billion HP. That is not that much. A lot less than I thought. But like, let's not get our hopes up and let's now keep going. But like, yeah, they currently have 157 million HP, which is a lot like normal. But we should be fine, I'm hoping anyways. And yeah, I'll be back when we're at the boss. And hopefully he doesn't have too much HP. It should be around 24 billion, maybe. I think anyways, something around that. But like, yeah, enough yapping, let's not get to the boss. Okay, we're currently about to die, but like, we should be fine. Yep, we are now done. This is a lot harder than I thought. Mainly if you place at the start, of course. Because like, I'm just trying to place at the start and hoping for the best. But like, yeah, we are now on T3, the final act, and I said they should have like 226 or 256, I think, I don't know. Memory's hard, but let me just place back and let's see how much HP they have. Okay, so they have 251 million HP. Okay, that is quite a bit, but like, we just got placed on Gilgamesh and we should be set. But first, of course, we need to get a lot of money, and I believe they will be around here at like Act 4, I believe. I don't really know, memory's hard, but yeah, we should now be fine. And now we just gotta do the start by placing down Gilgamesh, and we should be set for now anyways. And oh my god, bro, why do they have so much HP already? This is a struggle. Gilgamesh, are you doing the work? He is doing the work, so we just gotta somehow survive at the back, and we'll be somewhat fine. We're about to die again. Please, 123 million, 1 HP left. Choose, we need to pull away, and please say we are fine. Okay, never mind, we're not fine. Okay, a lot harder than expected. But I believe I can do this. I just gotta be more prepared and hope for the best. Let's now keep going, I guess, until we can finish this. And then after we finish this, I need to somehow make a macro. Perfect. Making a macro will be the hardest part, but hopefully we got this. Okay, this boss was pretty hard, but like, he kind of already got cooked. We're not gonna talk about that, but like, anyways, we just gotta wait for this guy, and that is basically it. Never mind. There's a few more stragglers, and we'll be done with T3. Okay, like I said, this was a little bit harder than expected. I did have to go to 1x speed for a bit, but we are now done. Let's now go back really quick. Okay, we are now back, and now we have to do 29 more until we can get Yuta right over here. Or unless we get very lucky and we get him. But I don't know what I need for him. I might need his blade, which would be a crafting material. I believe there's a new raid, I think anyways. Let me just look at this. There is a new raid, okay. Is there the crafting material here? So Kishimoto, Judge Sorcerer, and that is it. But like anyways, there's extreme boost, which is I don't know who's extreme boost. Fortune Master over here guarantee, and maybe Noelle, maybe, or she is old, I don't know. My memory is way too bad for remembering this, so I'm not gonna question. And yeah, let's now go back to legend stage. We need to macro somehow, like I said, or we just gotta be very lucky. One or the other works. Let's now get started with the macro. Okay, after a bit, I believe I now have gotten Cursed Child, or Yuta, I believe. Nope, I'm in Japanese mode, of course. Okay, attempt to Cursed Child, and we now have Yuta. So what do I need to evolve him? Let me just unequip him. So I need the wedding ring, whatever, light, and that is basically it. Yo, that is pretty cheap. So how do I get the wedding band? Let me just go over here, and it is not from here. Okay, good information. What about these straight up gates right over here? Go to shop, and you get it from here. Oh my. So I now need to do this portal thingamajiggy. You get 50 to 75 per, and it's cancer, I believe. For the first few waves, you will be able to unseal the cursed finger. I see a lot of yappage. I'm not trying to deal with this yappage. So what element are they? I don't know. Hunt 35 waves of cursed minions and enter the battle against the true Curse King himself to earn Curse Breach tokens, exclusive units, and various other rewards. Unseal the Curse Finger to curse this breach. This greatly increases the difficulty and rewards. Yo! So I can get more of this. So I need to pull out my meta team, which is this, I guess. I don't know. But 35 waves. And do I need 2 farms? I should really bring 2 farms, but like, it's fine. Let's now enter this. Okay, so we are now here, and this is the small map. Let me just place her like right over here. And how much HP? 26 million HP. That's not even that bad. That is quite a bit, but like, we should be fine, I hope. I hope anyways. They're currently dark, so I might need to pull out some light units, but we should be currently fine right now. And yeah, we need to do this a lot of times. I need to find a finger I can use so I can get more rewards. And I'm currently about to die, but like, it should be fine, I hope anyways. I need to place on Gilgamesh, and I am dead. Almost. Please, Gilgamesh. And I died. Never mind. I might need to switch my team, not going to lie to you, so I can actually be able to do this. Or I just place on farm. I don't know. Who knows at this point? But like, I've never done the Easter event, and I believe this thing is basically the same as the Easter event. So I'm hoping I can do it more than once. If I can't, I'm kind of cooked. But we just gotta hope and hope for the best. Let's not finish this. We have 35 more waves to go, or 32 more waves to go. Okay, so the boss has 4.6 trillion HP. Let me just do this. And nope, I lied. What do I do? The spell, wait, what? Curse shield? I'm confused. What do I do? Let me just do this and hope for the best. Let me just use every buff I ever have. And we are now done with the boss. That was pretty light, but 61. I couldn't see any like cursed finger thingamajig that the game was yapping about. But like anyways, let's now go back and wait for another 10 minutes for the next portal. Alright, after a bit, we now have enough. I believe, let me just go over here, and wedding ring. We now have this beautiful specimen. Like anyways, I also got the other 2 units, which are Ghetto right over here. What's his evolution item? He costs this. I don't know if he's good or not, so I'm not gonna question about him. And also Kashimo, I believe that's his name, right over here, this guy. And his evolution item is the staff. I do not know if he's good or not. Like anyways, let's not go over here to Yuta or Cursed Child, and we can now evolve him. I believe this should be his final evolution, I think anyways. So I need to get full SSS on him. And also I need a lot of light. 850 is mental. Why do you need 850? I truly don't know. But like anyways, where is it? Right over here. And let's get 825, I believe. I need light, confirm. And now we can evolve Yuta. But first, of course, like I said, we need to get full SSS, which should not be that hard. And yeah, let's not get started. We need at least SS or S. And yo, wait, what? I was gonna say we need at least SS or triple SSS. But like this works also. Now we just gotta get SS. And let's see my luck. So far we have used like 30 and we have not gotten anything good. Yo, game please. And over here we are now done. Let's now evolve Cursed Child into Cursed Child Final. Let's not get this. And he just have a interesting aura. It's at his final evolution. This, and yeah, that's his final evolution. Let me first look at his ability to see if he's worthy enough for a glitch. So Heavenly Ladder, deal 5 times Cursed Child's damage and apply bolt effect to the multiplier. Inflicts exhaustion to all enemies in the map for 16 seconds. Required, Roku must have at least 100 curse essence. Who is that? Oh, I believe that's Maki. So I need to use Maki with him. Very interesting. And now Heavenly Ladder maximum. Deal 25 times Cursed Child's damage and apply bolt on this multiplier. Inflict exhaustion, yeah. Must use the normal Heavenly Ladder once before this ability becomes available. Okay, good information. And the requirement is Roku. I think that's Maki, but who knows. Need to have at least 250 curse essence. Okay. And then finally, Pure Love. Upon activation, gain 50% base crit, 10% damage, 30% less SP, and a random effect. This lasts for 200 seconds, okay? And then finally, its passive, Copycat. Every 60 seconds, Cursed Child copies a random unit's range status for 30 seconds. Also gain random 25 to 45% damage and 25 to 35% range increase based on the copy unit, current damage, and range stat. This sounds like too much work, but who is Roku or Roko? Whatever. I don't know who this is. I might need to look up who that is. But is it Maki? Let me just find out. Right over here. And it is not Maki. Let me just pull out the wiki. Okay, I got more information. And apparently Roko is Rika apparently. From what I understand. So basically Yuta is a 2 placement unit. Rika and Yuta. So that's very interesting. And let me just look at this cosmetic, and this is how it looks. That looks pretty cool. Yo, I don't look that bad. But like anyways, let's now go over here and gamble. Okay, let's now start gambling. Let me just do Yuta, and we want one of these three. Overlord, Avatar, Glitch. Any of these three works, and let's not get started with the gambling. I need like at least 6,000, I believe, for my next video. I think anyways. Maybe a little bit more or less, I don't know. But like, yeah, it's not top to hope. Can we get something good? And we get Avatar, yo, say less. I'm not complaining. And now let's go over here, pull out Yuta right over here, and get a max level. I believe we have a lot of food. So let me just quickly do this. And he's now max level. So off spawn, Yuta does 2.3 million damage with 36.5 range and a 5.24 SP. Very interesting. He is also crippled effect, so we do more damage on him. Very good information. And yeah, let's now pull out my showcase team and let's now start showcasing. Okay, we should have enough money by now. And let's now get started with the showcase. Let me just turn all of this on. Then 1x. So this is Rika's ability right over here. It is just a line AoE. Pretty cool. And Beam of Love. Deal 400x cursed child damage over 10 seconds. Sounds pretty broken. So let me just max her out first. And this is her max stats. She is a dark unit. So we have a light and dark. Rika max level with max upgrade does 83.5 million damage with 75.6 range and a 4.26 SP, which is pretty nice. And now let's get started with the main event, Yuta. So I don't think I can even see his ability. Actually, I can. I just gotta wait for that red beam light. It is not happening anytime soon. I lied. So in his, how much? 6th upgrade, he'll get ability called, where is it? Death Speech. So let's now see this ability right over here. We just gotta wait for a second. Not going to lie, I can't even see this. Like, what is this right over there? Is this like a shatter effect? Like anyways, in his 10th upgrade, he gets ability called Heavenly Ladder. He now does 367 million damage with 73.1 range and a 9-second SPA. And this to build right over here, it is just a beam of light. We just gotta wait for a second. And that's it. Looks pretty cool. And now in his max upgrade, he does 635 million damage with 105 range and a 9-second SPA. He gets 2 different builds called Pure Love and Heavenly Ladder. I already have read this, so I'm not reading this again. So does this have a cutscene? It does not. Everything just got buffed. What about Heavenly Ladder? Does this have a cutscene? It does not. Now finally, what about Heavenly Ladder Maximum? It does not. Oh my god. Bro, what is this? I'm not gonna question. Black and it was with all the buff. Let's just do power, summon. Nope. This also Noble Phantasm. So Yuta does 1.2 billion damage with 190 range and 6.29 SP, which is mental. And Rika does a lot also. But like, yeah, that is basically it for this video. I am very tired. I need to go to bed. But like anyways, thank you for watching. If you guys want to see another video like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.